Hey everyone, Siggy and I are going to show you today how I like to store my tarot cards out of the box. I am part of a lot of different tarot groups on like Facebook and different social media accounts, and there's always the question of how do you store your cards not in the box, not just on bookshelves, but for easy access. How do you travel with them? And this is the solution that I have come up with. It is a professional esthetician's case. Many moons ago, I got my esthetician's license. I had this laying around. I never used it for makeup. That's not why I took the course and got my license to begin with. So this case was always just kind of sitting around, and it actually was a moment of genius on how well this all fits together, at least for me and the way I like to organize things. So it's latched. There are spots for keys, but I don't worry about that as much. Sorry, baby. Inside you will see I created these little dividers. They're cardboard. I just covered them and glued them with some fabric so they would just be a little more appealing to help divide the cards so they don't slip around so much. So there's room for 2, 4, 6, 8 of your standard tarot decks. I filled this to the max of what I would potentially use. I don't typically need this many crystals, but there's tons of room over here. I even have sage, a lighter. There's room for my business cards over here. I have my tarot cloth. This actually is a decent size cloth that fits inside. I usually have a steno pad because that allows me to take notes, especially if we're doing something with numbers, or if a client wants to write down notes of what I'm talking through. If they don't want to record it but they want to take notes, that's always fine by me. So I have this along with pens in the back. You will see if I tilt it, I have a couple oracles here at the bottom, and I always like to carry a standard deck right or rate, just so I can kind of show the differences and themes and things like that. And these ones I keep in box, or you can do it in a bag if you like to carry bags. I have my True Black Tarot. This is one of the thicker decks that sits above the lining here. So I actually keep this one in the box in here. I have my bag with runes if I decide to use that. I crocheted this bag myself. I even keep a small bowl. It's a little wooden bowl here, and it either has cough drops or sometimes I leave mints and things. Talking a lot, you'll sometimes get a dry mouth. It is comforting to your guest. So little wooden bowl here, a little ramekin, really cheap. Fit some cough drops in there, good for the day. I also have space for a tip cup, my writing utensils. I even keep a pocket knife. That's just my thing. I'm sure most people probably won't do that, but that goes along here with my crystals. And I even have a picture of my grandfather. He's one of my guides that's always with me, and I really look to him for guidance when I'm reading, so I like to keep his photo along with us, and some spray that I make to help clear the air if I cannot use the sage. Most often, because of allergies, I'll actually spray this on my tablecloth or even on myself, not on my cards, because I don't want to ruin them. I don't want to get those wet, but within the area. And again, if I can't use something that's smoky like the sage, I will use this to kind of clear the area if I feel I need to. It's not always part of my practice, but kind of like with the pocket knife, I like to be over prepared for just about anything. If I am doing a bigger event or a party or something like that, I might switch out some of the decks and leave space for snacks, like little granola bars, pieces of candy, something like that. It's important if you're doing long sessions to make sure that you have things on hand, or even like you never know if a client might run with low sugar and things like that. Again, that's me always being prepared. So this is the way that I have worked it out. Again, I have room for a lot of different decks here. They stay loose but together, divided with the little sections that I made here. That's another oracle deck. I keep my business cards. and a plethora of different things. I even have some like acorns and shells and things in here for when I want to decorate my table, however I'm in the mood to do that. And it's very simple. At the end of the day, I can just kind of throw everything back in together and, you know, make it for quick and easy leaving too. You don't have to worry about individually throwing every bag and every box into a tote bag or dig it out and make sure it stays nice so they don't fall over. This case keeps it all nice and tidy for you. So I hope you've kind of been inspired and thought a little outside of the typical tarot box on how you want to do things, tarot bags, things like that. I've seen a lot of messenger bags, which is also a good idea, but this is how I like to do it. Again, that is filled to the max. I don't always have that many decks. I don't always have that many crystals, but I cater it to my mood. I cater it to the day. I rotate my decks out as I feel the need, and it's been really convenient, even as far as wanting to do readings at home for myself. My decks are just quick, open up the box right there. I don't have to shuffle through a big shelf for a while to find the deck that I want. These are quick, easy access. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in some comments. Like and subscribe would be a big help to me, and you guys take care. Thank you.